This is the Gumad Angel Orsini, and you're watching BJ and DG Talk Wrestling on YouTube and Twitch. Forget about it. Talk Wrestling on
Turn it
YouTube.
down. Welcome back, everybody. BJ here. DG there.
What's going on? And joining us, the crumb bum trillionaire, businessman Pete the Wall Peters.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another beautiful Tuesday. It's the end of June. We're getting ready to kick off the dead of summer, and we're getting ready to kick off this epic podcast where we're going to talk about Friday Night Wrestling.
Specifically, Hostile Takeover, which took place at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy this past Friday.
Indeed, it did.
Also, stay tuned throughout the show. We're going to have some news to announce at the end of this show regarding this Friday's show. But yeah, we had a lot of interesting things happen this week at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
I know it's pretty strange to just hop right into the play-by-play, but I feel like, this is a good point where let's pass it on over to the one and only BJ Drinks Beers. Huh?
Drinks a bottle of water. What? Another 2 bottles of water. What?
Our first contest was a singles match between the Enterprise Stife versus Adon Allen, representing Flex Wrestling. Both competitors seemed evenly matched early on as they matched each other counter for counter. They exchanged quick 1 counts before Stife gains momentum with a pair of arm drags and a tilt-a-whirl leg scissor. Stife continues, scrolling, to hit a pair of springboard maneuvers and charges Allen in the corner, but Allen stops him with a kick. Allen takes control and hits a delayed suplex for a 2 count. Moments later, Stife counters a charge in the corner into a sunset flip for a 2. Allen takes control and hits a blue thunder bomb for a 2 count. Allen attempts a springboard maneuver, but Stife steps out of the way, then hits a corkscrew neckbreaker. Both men struggle to their feet, and Stife hits a trio of running strikes, then a running knee in the corner. Stife then hits a tornado DDT for a 2. Allen counters sliced bread into an elevated reverse DDT for a 2. Stife dodges a knee and hits a tilt-a-whirl something for a 2. Stife attempts sliced bread, but Allen pushes him into the ropes and hits the new school knee for the 3 count. Adon Allen defeats Stife by pinfall.
We've seen Adon Allen, however you say. I know there's the apostrophe, but we've seen him wrestle before, and he's a very technical, very athletic type of wrestler. We see him flying all over the ring. I can't help, and I might catch a little shit for this, I can't help but bear a striking resemblance to a miniature Roman Reigns, with the hair. He just kind of looks like a miniature Roman Reigns to me. But I felt like this was a great pairing between him and Stife because we know what Stife's capable of. They're both the same height, same kind of build, and so I definitely felt like this was a well-planned match. This was a contested match. I was a little upset to see that Stife didn't get the W. Always rooting for the Enterprise. But Flex was in the building, and they opened up the night strong by getting this, first off W.
Yeah, good, quick move for move as you had in your rundown. It was a very, honestly, bit of an even matchup. It could have gone either way, but Stife picks up the loss in this situation. But
the crowd was pretty split too.
Yeah, but there is more news after that.
So, after the match, Jay George, Mike Hamilton, Mike Jr., Alex Rivera, and I believe Connor Claxton hit the ring along with a pair of security guards. Security stays outside as the hybrid crew enters the ring. They beat down Stife as Montoya and a pair of refs make their way into the ring, walking right past hybrid security. Jay George gets on the mic and calls out the back seats, and Johnny Cashmere. Security restrains Montoya in the corner. Johnny Cashmere comes to the ring and calls Jay George a fat piece of.
Do you want me to reset this so we could actually play Johnny's promo?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want.
Let me get this set here properly so that.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's the rest of what I have written. So, yeah, if you just want to play it, this saves me some time.
Because, I mean, the bottom line is we've had a lot of responses from Team Hybrid at both the Pro Wrestling Star Academy and on our podcast. However, we have yet to really hear from any of the representatives from the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. So, I feel like it would be good to hear what Johnny Cashmere had to say, considering,
So,
we haven't heard shit.
I mean, we've had one response from Tommy when he had the online promo about.
But he didn't say it on here.
Nope. They take advantage of the time that we offer to anybody that wants to come on. But I'll start playing this promo segment. I'll mute us so that there's no other outside sounds. So.
Hey, we only got 2 rests tonight. Back them up.
Only 2 rests. We might need some extra backup, gentlemen.
Does anybody else hope Don Montoya gets his? Never mind.
Don Montoya, tough as nails. Don't get hurt.
Dom, I didn't ask for you. I've been asking for weeks. Where's JP Grayson? Where's Tommy Grayson?
You kidnapped
Where's Johnny
him.
Cashmere? You want to get in my face now? You want to get in my face? Get him! I'm going to show you right now what happens when you get in my face.
Yo!
I'm going to show
Who's that right behind? In the backseat boy's hoodie.
I know who that is.
Is that Johnny Cashmere?
That's Cashmere.
Johnny's back.
You want to know where Johnny Cashmere is? He's right here, you fat piece of shit.
Oh! Apologies for the language. Johnny's going after Jay George.
They got security on Johnny. Had security.
The original backseat boy, Johnny Cashmere, has returned here to Mount.
Yeah, hold him back. You want to put your hands on me, Johnny? Where have you been these past few weeks, huh? Get in that microphone so he can say whatever he's got to say to my face. Because I've been waiting, Johnny. I've been waiting for months to hear from you.
First of all, Jay George, kiss my ass, you piece of shit.
You told me I got to be PG over here, Caleb.
We usually are PG. I apologize again at home for the language. That's a very heated confrontation, though. It's been a rough couple of weeks here between Hybrid and SPO. And honestly, Johnny, I don't blame you. Mouth off, brother.
For 1 year, we have held the leash on this building. And we have built this place into something that I am so proud of. I actually call it my life's work. But you, Jay George, have been nothing but a weasel, a coward, a rat, think, stooge, piece of shit.
Tensions are high.
Yeah. And guess what? You want to put your hands on Don Montoya, the commissioner, one of the men that held it together while you were gone? Well, guess what? Until you have the balls to wrestle my brother Robbie, you are suspended.
Thank God.
Robbie's my guy, so I got to back Cashmere on this one.
Thank God.
So you don't have to worry about wrestling. And if you choose to not wrestle Robbie, you're going to wrestle me in a death match.
No way.
The choice is yours.
A Johnny Cashmere in-ring return to
Johnny, I know you
SPO?
haven't been here in a while, but I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm supposed to have a match tonight. And you're telling me that I can't wrestle tonight?
I was going to say,
telling
who's
you,
supposed to
you're
be
no
coming up
longer
next?
a wrestler in any federation that wrestles in this building until you have the balls to go face to face with my brother who you screwed over in Las Vegas. These people have no idea. Hybrid is run by Mike Hamilton, my first wrestling student.
That's
Me and
true. I
Fred's
was there for that.
First wrestling student. And for you guys off. And even if the backseat boys and me don't see eye to eye, because tonight they're wrestling in Pennsylvania for the titles, tag titles for the Samoans, for Alpha Juniors Federation. So I got to say to you guys, backseat boys, pay attention. Me and you may not have seen eye to eye the last year, but you've gotten vicious. You've turned into the men I knew you could be. Next week, I want you guys right back here in this ring where you belong to stand by me and take these pieces of garbage out like they should have been taken out months ago.
There we go.
We could have the full backseat alliance back together, Johnny.
I haven't seen Johnny like this in a long time.
I'm loving it.
Tuck your tail between your legs. Take a walk down King Street. You got 1 week.
Do not in the front row.
Next week,
Hopefully
right
they'll
here,
go after him. They'll go
me
after
and
him.
the backseat
Yeah, they might knock
boys
both his
are going
teeth
to have
out.
a little meeting in this ring. And when we're done, your fate is going to be decided. And my brother Robbie is going to kick your ass.
We could be getting Robbie back here next week. Johnny Cashmere is back in Mount Holly, the original Backseat Boys, one half of the original Backseat Boys tag team, and he's calling for JP and Tommy, the new Backseat Boys.
Hey, Sarah.
Dude, that guy in the front row is wild.
Oh, seriously. He was he felt the energy of the building the entire night.
That guy is a wrestling fan.
Yeah. Every show he's causing some ruckus. Last week it was with Alex Rivera. So remind me, because Johnny said this in the promo. How did Jay George screw over Robbie in Vegas? I forget.
That could be a story to come.
Or vice versa. How did Jay George? I can't remember how I just said it. But yeah, he said, Jay George screwed over Robbie in Vegas. Like I remember the Vandal 48 match.
There could have been something more behind the scenes of stuff that might still have to be revealed. Because, if we go all the way back to the beginning of this, the Jay George promo at the end of an episode of SPO Live.
Yeah.
It seems like there's more than what anybody else knows.
I was gonna say, because we're still waiting on a response from Robbie Illuminati. So for Johnny to come out and just be like, "You're facing," I was caught off guard as a weak watcher, as a fan. I was confused for a second because, like I said, we haven't heard from Robbie if he's team hybrid or if he's going to stick with his brother Johnny Cashmere. And
I think hybrid said it at that point. The general understanding was his silence was all the answer they needed.
I mean, at the same time, I feel like
perfectly. Thank you, BJ.
As I remembered, there was a miscue of the music that was perfectly timed after they asked him the question where the music answered, "Yeah, I'm a hustler," which couldn't have been any more perfectly timed. That's that's a Bob Ross happy accident. That's what I call that. All right.
But it was good to see Johnny Cashmere back in the building. We've missed him. And he freaking cut a hell of a promo.
As it was said that he cut a promo in the middle of a promo.
Yeah.
He broke the fourth promo wall.
And he showed why he is a legend and why he is Johnny Cashmere,
It's good to know that the back seats weren't still being held captive in some barn somewheres or something, and that they had escaped. And not just that, they won those tag team championships Friday night.
Yeah, Battlefield, right?
Yeah, they won for Alpha's Fed their tag team championships.
That's the Fed that puts on shows at Magnify Brewery.
Oh, okay. But hell yeah.
Hey, Pete, listen, I like you, man. I like you. But it wasn't me on that station that night.
No, it wasn't. Like, I know, I wasn't back there.
If I remember correctly, I was on Switcher that night.
I remember you saying you weren't on, when it happened. You weren't on, so.
All right. A couple things in this, boy, how useless was hybrid security, to be totally honest. Don Montoya made it in the ring. Johnny made it to the top of the
Walked right by.
turnbuckle.
But they were hilarious because when they came out to ring, like they would just randomly like just look over and like point at people and like what I mean, like do the whole like go like, but no one was like anywhere near where they were pointing. So
I think that might be the nicest thing he's ever said, mentioning Amadeus.
Yeah, the
Tara
security
in the chat. That guy's worse than me.
Can be.
But no, very interesting to see what was said. Johnny did not hold back in that promo whatsoever. And to the point that for the first time in almost a year, that we are seeing him agreeing with the backseats and rallying behind them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I don't know how I feel about that.
Pete, we all know how you feel about that.
Yeah, but now that really puts me in contention, and I guess
Please
we'll
explain.
see where. Well, if Johnny aligns himself with the backseats, like I don't know how I'm supposed to approach it, anything going forward. Like I'm going to root for Kashmir, but I'm still going to boo the Graysons. Like it is what it is.
But what if it's the Graysons coming back to the other side of the line?
It'll never happen.
Yeah, and John Cena would never turn heel. Anyway, moving on.
No, it's not in their blood.
Their
manager's Dewey. That should tell you enough.
What about Angel Orsini?
Hey, listen, I liked her intro to our show, but we know that she's pretty crooked. Almost as crooked as that crooked ref Craig Prendergast.
Hey, leave him out of this. He has nothing to do with it.
You're right. Friday night at Chicken.
What just happened?
There was a gong.
And then he said that he didn't show up that Chicken.
Oh, okay.
I caught the end of what he was saying. And that was the most important part.
But like, yeah, there's something weird down there. Anyway. Our next match was a singles match for the Silver Skywalker Championship between challenger, representing Flex Wrestling, the Bald Eagle, brother of Aiden Allen, Colt Allen. I'm sorry, I had to throw that in.
I can see the resemblance.
Look, listen, I couldn't look at this guy and not think of anything but a skinny Wrecking Ball Legursky.
Or like just Gilbert, like a version of Gilbert almost. Like,
hey,
he was wild, man. He was a wild character.
Hey, we've gotten to, well, you and me, BJ. I don't know if you were there for that, Pete, when Gilbert was at Harris. God, and the conversation I got to hold with it was absolutely amazing. Oh my God.
That's because you are a super mark.
Challenger Colt Allen and champion the grimy bastard Declan Grant. The bell rings and both competitors circle. Declan exits the ring and Colt continues to fire up. Declan makes his way back into the ring and they circle again. Declan again leaves the ring as Colt continues to fire up. Declan enters and charges. Over a minute after the bell, we have our first actual...
Grant right with the injured back and shoulder.
Sorry.
Colt counters Declan's charge into a body slam. Declan exits and re-enters again, only to take another body slam. Colt takes control momentarily until Declan stops a charge with a fist to the gut. Declan works over Colt, but eventually Colt is able to fight his way back into the match. After an offensive flurry, Colt hits a crossbody for a 2 count. Moments later, Declan rolls up Colt for a 2. As Colt returns to his feet, Declan hits a cutter for a 2. Colt attempts to lift Declan, but Declan escapes and hits an air raid crash for the 3 count. Declan Grant defeats Colt Allen by pinfall to retain the Silver Skywalker Championship.
Damn, these rundowns are just getting quicker and quicker.
Well, there's some short ones and some long ones.
I mean, to be fair, some of these matches were...
Yeah, there's not a lot to talk about.
A lot of rest holds. This was, this match wasn't even advertised for the night, so it was interesting to see Declan Grant in a match, especially against this guy. I've never seen Colt Allen, you said his name is?
Correct.
Yeah, this goofball put up a fight, but I mean,
He
Declan,
did.
he was outclassed by Declan.
Yeah, he was all over the place, man. Although Declan kept running out the ring at that beginning of the match, he kept getting chased out of there because Colt
He was letting him
Allen.
wear himself out. Dude was
Yeah.
firing up and like just, you know.
Yeah, he was a weird character, but he definitely, it's like two eggplants in a dryer. They're just going around and around because they're both bald, so they look like eggplants.
And originally, Colt Allen was supposed to take on Jay George.
Right.
Oh,
but
really? Okay.
He was suspended earlier in the evening, I guess.
Gotcha. Exactly. My point exactly.
But this was, I felt like the typical Declan Grant match, even though it was a bit slower, which I feel like slower matches, you're playing into Declan Grant's territory there.
And it was a little shorter than usual.
Yeah. But that wasn't the most exciting thing about this match.
So.
No, we will, let me bring that down real quick.
After the match, the hybrid crew comes to the ring
and
Jay George hands Declan a plastic bag and offers for him to join hybrid. After a moment of contemplation, Jay George lightly shoves him and he lightly shoves Jay George back. They shake hands and Declan chokes Colt with the bag. Jay George then announces Hybrid Appreciation Night, July 31st, where Hybrid will book the card.
So you think if we mention Jay George's name one more time, he'll appear like Beetlejuice?
I mean, it's a possibility. I doubt it. I'm sure he's got other things going on tonight with being suspended and all. So,
I mean, it's been a while since he's been on, and he was on for like 3 weeks in a row, I think.
Yeah, but we know how hybrid is. They just pop on anytime.
Yeah. But yeah, Declan Grant does what he does best, and he put the bag over somebody's head. I wasn't surprised in the slice. I think last month or the month before when we had the Hamiltons on,
we talked about
they were scouting. Yeah, and I was like, I could see Declan Grant easily jumping ship. But I was curious if he would, simply because he is the PWU champion. He's kind of cut his teeth in this promotion. So part of me felt like he would be loyal. But, I mean, like, as we all saw, especially after that fake concussion that he, sold all of us.
Terrence in the chat, yeah, man, I agree. Like, it's looking pretty rough right now.
We got Billboard Billy Gold. We got Pat Dynamite. We got Sam Reaper. We got the back seats.
Yeah. Oh, I was just about to say we have the back seats. Like we have stuff. We have Stife, which for better or for worse, we have Stife.
We got Devlin Ridley, which I mean, after that face match, like that dude jumped up in my books.
Making his debut out in Colorado over the past weekend.
We got the Italian Tank and Cowboy Pete Carter. Like, come on, man, we're coming in stacked.
And I mean, let's not get it wrong. Though. At the moment, the hybrid, the Feral Face, their champion. Now the PWU Silver Skywalker champion in Declan Grant, Alex Rivera, Connor Claxton, Jay George. We're talking about another group of killers as well, as was said in the chat. Yeah, and we have Amadeus. What could possibly go wrong there?
Hey, I mean, say what you want, but Amadeus did just pick up a win over Hybrid.
Yeah, he did defeat Jay George last week.
And we also got Control Chaos. Like, come on. Exactly, Pete. Listen, I know Hybrid's got some killers, but PWU has some warriors, you know what I mean?
I'm sorry, what?
You heard me. I said PWU's got some warriors.
But no, it's just that we're looking at two strong groups. And if this locker room comes together, they definitely outnumber Hybrid at the moment. Oh yeah, let's not forget about Twitch neither.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because now that's going to even be more on him to get that title off Declan.
Yeah.
And then JJ Smith.
JJ Smith's kind of, I don't know where his allegiance would be.
Where do you think the allegiance of somebody like Tarzan Duran would be? The traveling Skywalker champion.
Tarzan walks alone.
I don't feel like Tarzan. Yeah, he's not. I mean, we haven't seen him in a few weeks on a card, so like, I don't know where he's been, but he's just doing.
He doesn't seem like the guy to take either side.
Yeah, he's. Oh, okay. You guys are doing it. I'm out. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm going to go by experience of things I've seen firsthand, that at the gathering of the Juggalos, he turned on Team JCW and joined Team GCW just to get kicked out the second night. But
exactly, he's a madman.
But he did. If he'll pick sides there, what's not to say he doesn't pick sides here? Which nice shout out for both those companies as well on our show. Completely love everything JCW's doing at the moment. More wrestling than time to talk about it.
Yeah, they're a little too big of indies for us to handle right now with everything going on in our little corner of the world.
Wrath of the Skull and Bones. Yes, they're still around. Wrath of the Wicked.
Next match was a tag team match between Skull and Bones, and Bones, with Sam Reaper and Mother Endless versus Bufa, Io, and D-Vibe.
All money is legal.
I think they dropped the is legal in this iteration. I think it's just all money. That's what all the commentators have said. That's what the screen
on the Titantron. It said all money is legal.
Yeah.
No, it's actually. Let me pull this off and go back to that, because if I remember correctly, it said all the money is legal.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah.
All the beers.
All the beers.
I went. All right, now I have to watch their. All right, hold on. I'll just pop it up here.
It's slow. It's
about
laggy.
to pop up.
There we go.
Yeah, it kind of is. I see. All right. Did it pop up and I missed it?
I haven't seen it yet.
May have popped up before they.
Here we go. All the money is legal.
Yeah, all the money is legal. Hell yeah!
I didn't spot that one. I usually do spot the errors in the names.
Because you got the meta shades now. You're more focused.
Yeah, Mr. I follow hybrid into the arena now.
Yeah, that's I accompany Alex also later in the evening, but it's like the camera tries to pan off as soon as it realizes it's me.
Like, oh, fuck that. Oh, oops.
Before all money was ready, Ref Say signals for the bell and Skull and Bones attack from behind. They take the early advantage and take out Bufa with a fisherman suplex / drop kick combo. D-Vibe fights back as he's double teamed, but he is outmatched. Skull and Bones hit an assisted flatliner for a 2 count. Eventually, Bufa and Hamlet make their way to their respective corners, and it starts to resemble a tag team match. Tag to Hamlet, who continues to beat down on Vibe. Vibe counters a headlock into a side slam and looks for the tag, but Hamlet rushes across the ring and knocks Bufa off of the apron. Tag to Hamlet as Ref Zay prevents Bufa from entering. Hamlet works over Vibes in the corner. Quick tag to Bones, who hits a corner drop kick for a 2 count. Moments later, Bones hits a front drop kick for a 2. Tag to Hamlet, who hits a series of double underhook knees on Vibes before spinning him for a few rotations, then dropping him to the mat. Hamlet tags Bones and sets Vibe up. Where am I? Whoa! In a wheelbarrow. Bones hits a long.
Why are you in a wheelbarrow?
The ref let it happen. I don't know. Bones hits a lung blower on the trapped Vibe, and Hamlet holds on and slams hum over his head. I don't know what I guess him. I don't know. Bones covers for a 2 that's broken up by Bufa. Tag to Hamlet, who sets Vibes up in another wheelbarrow. Vibes rolls under Hamlet and escapes. Vibe reaches for the tag, and despite Hamlet's grip, reaches Bufa. Bufa springboards into a roll-up for a 1 count. Buffa continues to work over Hamlet, and Vibe climbs to the top rope. Without a tag, Vibe hits an assisted splash, and Buffa covers for a 2 that's broken up by Bones. All competitors return to their feet, and Buffa's sent to the outside. Vibe takes down Bones with a Pele kick, then Hamlet clotheslines Vibe from behind. Buffa climbs to the top, then takes out Hamlet with an X Factor. Tag to Vibe, and Buffa tosses Bones out of the ring as Vibe climbs the ropes. Bones pulls Buffa out of the ring, and Hamlet evades Vibe coming off the top rope. Bones hits an apron-assisted tornado DDT as Hamlet lifts up Vibe. Bones enters and hits a dropkick as Hamlet slams into the mat and covers him for the 3. Skull and Bones defeat All Money by pinfall.
First of all, we got to get this SPO Mark out of here because he didn't accept Mike's offer to join. So,
first off, look in the top left corner of the screen there. Ginge, what's it say? SPO.
We're covering up the hybrid logo.
Oh, damn it. That didn't work neither. We like to have fun here.
Dude, whatever that move was that Hamilton threw Divide forward and then Bones face planted him.
Hamlet, not Hamilton. Okay.
That's what I meant, yeah. Shakespeare, Hamilton, it's all singing musicals. This was a crazy match. We saw a lot of great teamwork from both teams. What?
Chat.
Oh.
Too many Pete.
I was gonna say, man. But yeah, no, this was a great match. I was truly impressed by All Money Is Legal. I've seen Buffa singles fight before, but not these guys together.
You weren't there for when they had a couple weeks ago, were you? When they were
no, that was the one that that was the show I wasn't at. But Skull and Bones, man, they are a dominant tag team.
They're just so impressive.
They really are, and I know they're kind of in contention right now in terms of people boo them, people cheer them. I enjoy watching them in the ring. I think they're a freaking solid tag team, and their move set just continues to be more and more impressive. Yeah. I see new things every week.
And I'm not just going to say this because Sam Reaper is in the chat, but I really do enjoy when I see Wrath of the Wicked. Sam, who they give him his flowers from where he started, because he posted a video earlier this week, Sam Reaper on social media, his first match with Pat Dynamite in the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. And just the look of everything then, and then the one from this past week we'll be talking about later, which was the main event, was just wow. Just the difference in time and all of the improvements that have been made along the way.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Archive's killing it tonight.
Now I have something I want. Well, I want to do something, show something as well that happened outside the building. So let me show this here. I'll be muting us in the process of this.
Good idea.
Somebody else.
Oh, hang on a second. This is out in the lot at the moment. Jay George.
All of these fools, well, they don't know what's coming. You got a problem? Yeah, I do got a problem. I'm sick and tired of you and your family messing with me and my family. I'm sorry, speak up, I can't hear you. I said I'm sick and tired of you and your family messing with me and my family. Let me ask you this. What are you going to do about it, huh? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What are you going to do, huh? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You know what? You got heart. You got moxie. I like the cut of your jib. So I'm going to give you this little piece of advice. Do yourself a favor. Walk away before you get hurt. Because I'm only going to spare you Just one time, all right? See you soon.
I think Hybrid Wrestling will take anybody they can get.
Just want to say what's up to Wanderback Beer Works, the unofficial beer sponsor of BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
If you guys say so, I wouldn't know. I guess I'm not involved in those high-end decisions here by you guys.
You're not.
The unofficial.
This is, yeah. This is the business side of the organization there, Ginge. You keep handling production. We got this.
Well, I have faith in BJ, but I don't have faith in you because you're not Team Hybrid.
Somebody's got to keep the lights on, all right?
Hey, man, you guys, I can't believe you're jumping ship like that. You got your loyalty.
Time out. We have lights.
Why aren't we using them?
Well, you're the one that said that somebody has to keep them on. I just thought I had a mouse on a wheel.
It doesn't come up, but I have a light here. There we go. The lights are on.
Well, the light is on. Boo, it's off.
Ran out of money.
And Archives is cracking me up. Sam Reaper is going to show up headless again.
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Still have no idea what that is.
Rick Blade, these two are Team SPO, baby. Rick Blade. Rick effing Blade. You should be disappointed in these two. There it is.
I was going to put it up anyway.
Judgment.
Yeah, but let's just put it like this.
I took the worst time to take a sip.
Let's put it like this. I'm not the one coming out filming them as they're walking into the arena. At least. Whoa. How you mean next Friday night, right?
I hope so.
Just say it. I mean, here it's already dropped. We gotta say it.
I mean, because then you might be the only one at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy this Friday night. It'll be the Rick Blade show.
I would watch that.
Yeah, so would I. To be perfectly honest. But yeah, very interesting almost altercation there with Jay George and Sam Reaper.
Call it more a conversation.
It could have been much worse.
It could have, yeah. But definitely I was surprised to see Sammy walk away, but I understood why he did. You know, it was 2-on-1, and he wouldn't have been able to get out of that. And his head would have probably gotten smashed through one of those glass windows that we see every week that are already smashed. So, you know, you don't want to get double smashed.
That's fair. I don't know. You would have to ask her.
Is she in the background?
Nope, she's not here currently.
She is kind of a feral face mark.
Oh, yeah, she's totally Team Hybrid then.
Well, hold on. My mother-in-law.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Super mark for feral face.
She wants to go to a show on July 11th where Feral Face takes on Luigi Primo. Which, why? What makes him worthy to get in the ring with the Feral Face? Like
face.
Bro, did you see all the stuff that Sam Adams was saying to your mother-in-law?
No.
Like oh my God, go back and watch the highlight clip that I posted from Sam Adams' last match. The first, the beginning of it is just him just ripping her apart.
Just in her face.
Oh, God.
He's hardcore, man.
Yeah. Kudos to Sam Adams, man. That guy. He is a heel of heels.
If you haven't seen our interview with him, I recommend you go back and check that out.
And he will rule you. We need that sound clip.
Oh yeah.
Well,
From
the
him or
original.
from Ready to Roll? Yeah.
Original.
Both? We need both.
Oh. Oh no, I didn't. Never mind.
What way to get us all amped up for something and just not deliver?
I'm the king of that. Next
It's not
Gotta be the
delivery,
king
it's
of
DiGiorno.
something, I guess.
Singles
It was
match.
Domino's last night.
Yeah, because Walmart was out of DiGiorno. Next up, we have a singles match between Billboard Bill
Dead even
Goldberg,
lock-up center of the ring.
Grizzly Olsen representing Flex Wrestling. The pace is slow early on as Olsen works over Billy's shoulder. Billy takes control and locks in a headlock. Olsen fights out, but Billy gets him into another headlock. Olsen shoves Billy into the ropes, but on the rebound, Billy takes Olsen out of the ring with a clothesline. Billy follows Olsen to the outside and approaches, but Olsen stops him with an elbow to the gut and throws him into the ring post. Olsen slams Billy's arm into the post, and Billy rolls back into the ring as Olsen jaws with the crowd. Olsen re-enters to a trio of chops and a boot to the gut. Billy sets up for a suplex, but the damage done to Billy's shoulder prevents him from getting Olsen up. Olsen delivers more damage to Billy's shoulder with shoulder thrusts. Billy fights back, but after sending Olsen to the apron with a boot, Olsen lures him in and snaps his arm over the top rope. Olsen enters and hits a body slam on Billboard Bill. Billy avoids a splash and barely gets Olsen up for the world's strongest slam for a 2 count. Both men recover and Billy avoids a clothesline and hits a chop. After another pair of chops, Billy hits a running corner splash. Billy hits a spinning forearm, then a Billboard slam for the 3 count. Blech. Billboard Bill defeats Grizzly Olsen by pinfall.
Yeah, this right here, man, like this was a slow match. The first couple minutes, man, like it was a lot of rest holds, which I'm not used to with Billy. It's been a long time since we've seen him compete against somebody who's the same size, if not bigger than him. And so, like, truly trying to boom. There we go, archives. You know, and I don't blame Billy for taking the long way because we see he's got the tape on his shoulder. You know, Billy's been doing work, my guy. Like this dude has been wrestling nonstop for like the last 2 or 3 months. So like, you know, I know taking on this behemoth, I think this is the biggest guy he's taken on in a while. So to be able to pick him up at the end of the match, that first initial, you could see he kind of struggled a little bit just because between his arm and just the work that was done to the arm over the night, like this wound up becoming a phenomenal match. Slow start, but definitely built. And with these two big guys, you know, I was happy to see Billy get the W. Billy needs to get that confidence back. You know, he lost a little bit of it when he lost the title, but we're seeing him. He's coming back, man, with a vengeance.
Absolutely.
You could see that. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say you could see that he learned from some of his matches with people like Bull James.
Yeah.
You know, instead of going big guy for big guy move, he took it down to a level of a lot of headlocks, a lot of wear down moves.
Yeah. His match with Beastman, like,
oh my God, yeah.
With Bull James, he's learned a lot from fighting the big guys. He's taken
Cade Lothbrock, right? He took him on too.
Cade, that's right.
Like, there's a lot there that he's taken from those matches, and because we saw a different approach with this.
Yeah. Like I said, you can also see that shoulder is just it's a problem right now.
And he took his mom's name.
I love that Cowboy Pete is watching. Like that just makes me so happy. Pete, you were phenomenal. Thank you again for coming on the other week, dude. Like
yes, Pete, you were great.
You're just we missed you Friday. Wish you were there. We were sad that, you know, Saturday didn't happen due to weather. We were looking forward to seeing Pete's posse on Mawa, but you know, I mean, you're the man. From one Pete to another. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say about this match. If you have anything further, Ginge or Beej.
No, I mean you're right. Like this match is better watched in double speed, or at least 1.5.
Yeah.
It's definitely one for a longer rundown if it had been that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was definitely a different approach between. It seemed like both these guys had each other scouted.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And it's big man. So it's like kind of like the first to get that slam. You know, that big move is gonna, have the edge, obviously.
It's just interesting seeing Billy doing headlocks and stuff when we're just used to seeing him just chop, punish, kick, splash. Like, like he really took his time with
We're
this.
used to this Billy. And we got this Billy.
Yeah.
Billy can work, man.
Oh, absolutely.
I just watched back the main event of last Sunday's show, or not last Sunday, whatever it was, the Sunday show.
Oh.
No. With
Ladies
Show
Night?
Dog and no.
Camp Carney.
Camp Carney. Yeah, that was the.
Oh my God, dude! That triple. It was a triple threat, right? Yeah.
Triple threat, controlled chaos,
flag
Show Dog,
match, insane.
Yeah.
So much destruction, so much, and like Juice got his head busted open, like.
And then ends up like wearing all of Pat's clothes somehow. There was a pool noodle fight. There was a couple hydration breaks.
Yeah, the water break just in the middle of the entranceway where they come out. Everybody just has to see like, yep, let's take a break.
Billy was trapped under a mat for 5 minutes. It was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, next up, we had intermission.
Intermission.
And Inter finally picks up the big win over Mission.
It was a no contest. Not a dusty finish. They ruled it a no contest.
So you're telling me Inter hasn't finished the story yet?
Never.
He's not on that mission.
It's a story as old as time.
All right, I see our viewership dropping. Hold on. Next, we have a tag match for the SPO Tag Team titles between challengers Shell Connors and TJ Epic's CXR versus champions Kid Chaos and Papa Juice, Controlled Chaos. Juice and Connors start off. They circle and Juice locks in a headlock. Connors shoves Juice into the ropes and takes Juice down with a shoulder block. Juice kips up and shoves Connors into the rope. Sorry. Juice evades Connors with a split and hits a drop kick for a 1 count. Tag to Kid Chaos, who controlled Chaos, hit a double team maneuver for a 1. Connor and Chaos grapple until Epic's blind tags in and Connors hits a drop toe hold into the waiting boot of Epic's. Connors hits a bulldog and Epic's hits a springboard splash from the apron, but Epic covers for the 2 count. CXR continue to work over Chaos and Connors blind tags in. Epic's hold Chaos in place as Connors hits a spinning double axe handle from the second rope to Chaos's arm. Kind of like a, I will rule you. Chaos reverses a whip and hits a dropkick, sending Connors into the corner. Tag to Juice and Controlled Chaos hit a series of double team moves. Ginger, Juice covers for a 1 count that was broken up by Epics. If you'll go to 134.14, please.
We just went by that.
Juice attack Epics, but CXR avoids his attack.
Well, hold on, because you're all right. There's the spinning thing. Hold on, because you going off YouTube, my footage isn't as.
Oh, right. Okay. Footage. So there's just a sequence of double team moves coming up from CXR that I had to spotlight.
Yeah, I think it's coming up here in a moment. Unless we were I don't know. No, couldn't have been. We'll get there.
Great. My timestamps mean nothing.
Nope. Nope. They're the drizzling shits.
Yeah, no, this is nowhere near where I'm talking about. Okay. Juice attacks Epics, but CXR avoids his attack and perform an absolutely ridiculous series of double team maneuvers, and Connors covers for a 2. Connors chop.
Is this it here?
Yes. The super kick, the German. Yeah, okay, that was it. Yeah, okay. So we're all right. Connors chops Juice in the corner, but Juice throws him into the corner and delivers a couple chops of his own. Connors neutralizes Juice with a knee to the midsection and tags Epix. CXR hit a series of double team maneuvers and Epix covers for a 2. Epix chokes Juice and then distracts the refs as Connors chokes him on the second rope. Epix hits a suplex and floats over into a pin for a 2. Tag to Connors and CXR hit a double team combo, ending with a flatliner for a 2 count. Juice attempts to fight to his corner, but he's intercepted in midair by Connors. Juice counters into a sunset flip for a 2. Juice rushes for his corner, but is caught and maneuvered into a backslide pin for a 2. Tag to Epix and CXR seat Juice on the top rope for a double team, but Juice fights them off and hits a double drop kick, wiping them out. Juice is the first to his feet and dives for the hot tag to Chaos. Chaos sends both opponents out of the ring and hits an over-the-top crossbody onto them. Back in the ring, Kid takes out Epix with a tornado slingshot DDT for a 2 count. Epix connects with a jawbreaker, sending Chaos into the corner. At a timestamp that means nothing to you, CXR performed an insane double team combo, ending up with chasing the dragon for a 2 count that was broken up by Juice.
We might have seen that already.
And I couldn't agree more, Archives. We're getting there. I have nothing but praise for both of these teams. Juice tosses Connors out of the ring and turns around to a boot to the gut from Epix. Epix hits something on Juice, and that's time stamped also. But he returns to his feet, and Chaos hits a springboard codebreaker. Chaos dodges Connors coming off the top rope and connects with a sling blade. Tag to Juice, and they hit a twist of fate frog splash combo for a 2 count. Epix and Juice attempt to suplex each other, each barely leaving the ground until Connors enters and CXR attempt a double suplex, but Chaos pulls Juice down and Controlled Chaos deliver double super kicks. Controlled Chaos hit Critical Chaos on Epix for the 3 count. Controlled Chaos defeats CXR to retain the SPO tag team titles. After the match, they cut a promo calling out the tag division.
Damn.
Sam, we're more important.
TMI, Sam. Come on.
We're more important.
Wow, you really missed us burying the Reaper. You missed it all, man.
We took a break from this match to talk about how terrible Reaper is.
And how much worse he's gotten since his first match.
Dude, this match right here.
These guys, both these teams, I've never seen a tag team match Controlled Chaos move, except, let me give credit where credit's due, for the Enterprise Stife and Sammy Whammy when they beat Controlled Chaos at Mala.
Who?
The only other time, I think he's dead now. That's the only other time I've seen a team match Controlled Chaos move for move. This time,
I disagree.
The team was not able to get the win. But go on.
So a couple weeks ago, we saw High Fashion take on Control Chaos in the Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
Yeah.
And for me, like, I went up to both teams afterwards and I told them, and I still stand by this, that was my tag team match of the year. This right here is my second. Like, I've never seen CXR, but holy shit, the cohesion.
We're slightly familiar with Shell Connors, but I don't think TJ Epix has been.
I don't remember Shell Connors, so I may have seen him, but I don't remember.
We've seen him a couple times.
Okay. This tag team though, I put them in the same, like, with Controlled Chaos, like a title tag team bracketing. Like, these guys are so connected, and they're just as, like, their communication, they rely off of each other. Some of those moves, I was just blown away with how the combo kept going. You know, it was like, okay, suplex, roll up, kick in the face, elbow drop. Like, what? That was like 6 moves.
Attention to their combos without directly, like, calling every move. Like,
like that was a banger of a match, and I really want to see these guys go at it again. I need more.
Like, us personally, we've seen what Control Chaos can do. We see them all the time, so it's like we're kind of used to their moveset. And we know that it's fast-paced, it's very coordinated. You know, look at their entrance. You know what I mean? How they, like, almost collide every time. You know what I mean? Like, so seeing a team that like kind of took that and bumped it up a notch was very, very interesting.
So this is the only time you're going to get me to actually compliment the backseat boys. But I would love to see CXR take on the backseats because I felt like those teams have a similar kind of communication in their moves. Like Control Chaos, they're on a different level.
They got that telepathy.
Yeah, man, there's just something. But I felt like CXR, what they were doing, like I would love to see them take on the backseats because those are two dominant tag teams that really could put on a hell of a show.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Like this match was an absolute banger beginning to end, but there was something Control Chaos announced this week for GCW. They will be taking on Busta in the Brain, Jordan Oliver, and Alec Price.
What?
For the GCW Tag Team Championships.
Control Chaos.
Yes.
Yep.
Where can I watch this?
Let me actually.
Pro Wrestling Star Academy.
Oh my God, dude!
Unfortunately, not.
They deserve it. They deserve this opportunity. They deserve this. That is amazing.
Oh, it's huge.
Oh my gosh, I am so proud of them.
Let me.
Yeah. Thanks for reminding us, Reaper.
I didn't even hear about it. That's crazy.
Going through their Facebook. But it's sometime next month, which we're quickly coming up on. It's at the Mecca in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey.
What promotion?
JCW. I'm sorry, Jersey Championship.
Okay, I was gonna say, man.
I'm sorry.
Holy shit! Like, there's a big difference.
It's for Jersey Championship Wrestling, but the GCW tag team titles are on the line in the match.
Oh wow, really?
So that's where I got confused.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would consider them like 1 and 2 top indie promotions. So they're like, you know.
Okay, I've never heard of them before. Because anytime I hear JCW, I automatically think Juggalo. Okay.
Well, I would consider them like 1 and 2.
Playback. Somebody's playing back.
Oh, it's not JCW.
Boy, you're the second person to say you're excited for the match card this Friday. You know, I'm very interested to know where that show's happening.
I can't wait to see Sam Reaper take on Sammy Whammy
In a first blood match.
Yeah, in a
hold on, it's a first blood casket match. You have to bust your opponent open first in order to have the privilege to put them in the casket.
It's an inception. It's an inception match. Got to battle his brain.
All serious,
you froze. You just froze with your mouth wide open. With mouths wide open. Okay, now you're back.
There is no show at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy this Friday due to the extreme heat and everything. But stay tuned. There is other news to come because there still will be something broadcast on the SPO Wrestling YouTube page. So stay tuned to find out what that will be.
Stuned.
But I now have this segment to play that was shown on the broadcast. So mute us up and show that.
Hang on. Screen's going black. Don Priest.
Tonight, defend the Excite International Champion. The Excite International Championship, huh? That's what you're rocking? That's what you brought us for hybrid? Yeah, look, it looks pretty good on them, doesn't it? It looks nice.
You know something? It's going to look a lot better on my shoulder.
Nah, it looks better right here. Oh, yeah?
It looks better right here.
Yeah. I'm going to give you one little piece of advice, bro. Watch your back. Go in there, shine it up. Get the nicer ready for us, all right?
Real good.
Let's go for me right now. I'll see you tonight.
See you in the ring. See you tonight.
Yeah, I saw you in the background by that car. You're muted.
What happened?
I saw you in the background.
Did you really? I didn't notice
Yeah.
myself in the background of that. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure that was you.
Oh yeah, yep. That is 100% me in the background. 100%. All right. And speaking of people in the background,
Oh, yep, here we go. They cut away.
They're like, screw that guy.
Yeah, and then they do it again as soon as I'm about to round the corner. They don't want to put me on the stream because then they'll blow up and they're not ready for that.
They didn't want.
No, we want people to stay tuned.
They didn't want people to think Kid Legend was in the building.
Kid Legend is with Hybrid?
No.
Green
Unlike
was
Dark
evil.
Sting or Wolfpack Sting. Jeff Farmer. Our penultimate match was a singles match for the Excite International Championship between challenger, the Latin shooter, Alex Rivera, with Mike Hamilton, Mike Jr., Declan Grant, and myself, versus champion Don Freeze. Rivera doesn't wait for the bell and attacks Freeze from behind. Rivera whips Freeze into the ropes, but Freeze hits a rebound shoulder tackle, sending Rivera out of the ring. Freeze charges for a crossbody through the ropes, but Rivera catches him and lifts him to the apron. Freeze delivers a series of kicks and splashes Rivera from said apron. Moments later, back in the ring, Freeze hits a top rope tornado DDT for a 1 count. Freeze attacks Rivera in the corner, but Rivera takes him down with a well-timed clothesline. Well-timed because he was in the middle of like a backflip thing. Well, not in the middle, you'll see. Rivera continues to wear down Freeze, then covers for a 2. Freeze attempts a corner springboard splash, but Rivera evades. Rivera delivers a Shining Wizard and covers for a pair of 1 counts. Alex wears down Freeze with rest holds, then picks him up to exchange strikes. The exchange ends when Rivera hits a spinning forearm, but Freeze hits an enziguri and both men go down. They return to their feet, but Freeze takes control. And Freeze takes control. He attempts a back suplex, but Rivera counters. Rivera hits the ropes, and Freeze hits a black hole slam for a 2 count. Freeze lifts Rivera up for body slam, but Rivera escapes and locks in a chokehold. Freeze quickly escapes, but Rivera hits a spear for a 2 count. Rivera steals a chair from a fan in the front row and enters, but the ref grabs the chair. Declan climbs to the apron, drawing the ref's attention. Rivera misses with a chair shot, and Freeze takes control. He sets Rivera up for the Freeze bomb, but Declan Grant attacks Freeze from behind with the Silver Skywalker Championship, causing the ref to call for the bell. Don Freeze defeats Alex Rivera by disqualification to retain the Excite International Championship.
Kind of a self-defeatist purpose right there.
They don't care about that, Bill.
Yeah, but it's like, man, you had the opportunity to put another belt on your promotion, and
the more gold, the better. But there's so much gold out there.
Yeah, but even still, like for Alex Rivera to defeat somebody like Don Freeze, who has a bit of a bigger name in indie wrestling, I feel like would have I love that moment, that little Samoa Joe walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they should have stuck this match through. I feel like they could have, if they really wanted to make a mark, now they would have, conquered a title from a different promotion. Hybrid really would have put that foot forward. So I'm really surprised that they allowed Declan to interfere and just kind of throw this one to the ground. Like it was pointless.
Maybe they consider that title to be beneath them.
I mean, a title's a title, man. When you're collecting trophies of your fallen, like you're gonna grab what you can, and like that would have just added to their reputation of just being so vicious and like just a dynamic force to be reckoned with. So I feel like it wasn't the smartest move on them to just, because Alex could have defeated Don. Especially, we've seen him choke out many people, and I don't speak positive on Alex often, but he easily could have, and I feel like that would have just added to their power.
I mean, I get your point, but sometimes it's about sending the message more than the title at the moment.
They could have done both. He could have sent the message and gotten the title. You know, they could have gotten the title and then just beat down Don Freeze. You know, I feel like it was a missed opportunity to add a little bit more power to the organization, get a little bit more recognition. Now, I don't know what promotion is the Excite belt with.
I am not 100% sure about that.
Okay. But even still, like, you know, would have just added a little bit more Excite. I'm assuming, yeah. Because it was like the international championship, right?
Yeah. The Excite International.
Yeah. But yeah, ultimately it was a good match. You know, definitely an interesting pairing of these two because two totally different wrestling styles. You know, Don Freeze is very athletic and like jumping all over the place.
Pretty much what we suspected.
Like I said, it's just an added trophy. You don't have to walk around with it. You can just put it on your shrine and just have it be like, yep, whoever wants it, come and get it. You know, if you're defending yourselves as this, you know, big bad entity, like take as many skulls as you can.
I mean,
he already put that up.
Yeah, but you know, there's the point. They got their goals are higher than just championships. There's a bigger picture to what they're doing.
Well, I mean, now they have two titles affiliated with the brand.
Now the hybrid championship is their championship. That
Fatal
Face
but
has.
now they have Declan Grant, who's the PWU Silver Skywalker Championship. So technically, has one of the belts held hostage in a way.
And also, isn't it the hybrid SPO Women's Championship at this point?
What, Ruthie J's belt?
Mia Friday's.
Mia Friday.
That's a hybrid championship. Well, it's a joint championship, right?
Well, I'm curious now with everything going on. Who had it first? Was that a SPO belt?
It was always a joint championship.
Oh, okay.
From its introduction.
Yeah.
Well,
which for some reason that graphic's not on here now.
I didn't delete anything.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense that Declan Grant's on Team Hybrid.
Yeah, he works so well for them.
Here it comes.
There it is. So after the match, Declan Grant and Alex Rivera attack Freeze, but I guess Flex Wrestling's Mike Donovan runs in for the save. He gets on the mic and challenges Hybrid.
Is that who the guy with the cap on was that came running out?
His name was Mike Donovan.
Mike Donovan?
I don't know who he is.
Well, I mean, from what I garnered from their back and forth between Alex and him, they have a history in pro wrestling magic. Because when Alex was leaving, he's like, "This isn't magic anymore," or something like, you know, "This isn't magic. This isn't magic." You know, so I'm guessing they had a previous rivalry because I wasn't familiar with them, and I was kind of what.
Junior in the chat.
Hold on.
I got it.
Coming from all angles.
Yeah. So apparently they've beefed before, I guess up north. And now Mike Donovan's down here. He has the back of Don Freeze, so you know that's probably why he was in the building.
All right. Our main event was a mixed tag match between Samantha Reaper and Father Endless, representing Wrath of the Wicked. I'm sorry, Sam Reaper and Mother Endless, representing Wrath of the Wicked. And Allison Red and Pat Dynamite. Versus Allison Red and Pat Dynamite. Dynamite and Reaper. I was kind of planning to be like after the match at this point. But I was like, no, I gotta actually Dynamite and Reaper start this one. Reaper offers a handshake, which Pat accepts. They grapple back and forth until Pat hits a shoulder block, then a drop kick. Pat goes for the rock and rave early, but Reaper escapes. The ladies tag in, and Mother Endless pulls Red to the ropes. Where am I? Reaper snaps arms rope over. Reaper snaps Red's arm. Jesus. Reaper snaps Red's arm over the rope repeatedly before tagging in. I didn't realize that would be so hard to say when I wrote it. Mother Endless does the same before tagging in. When they attempt this a third time, Red feeds Mother's arm to Reaper, and hilarity ensues. Moments later, Mother and Reaper hit a double team combo for a 2 count. Pat reverses a guillotine hold from Mother into a suplex, then tags in Red. Mother quickly takes control as Reaper DDTs Pat to the floor. Mother hits her corner headstand knee drop for a 2 count. They continue to battle back and forth until Reaper tags in, and he and Mother hit a double back suplex for a 1. Reaper and Red battle until Reaper drops her into the turnbuckle from the electric chair position, and Mother tags in. Mother hits a spine buster and covers for a 2. Mother Endless hits a jackknife pin for a 2. They continue to battle, then both tag out. Pat hits a kick combo, taking Reaper down. Pat hits a Shining Wizard for a 2. Reaper reverses a whip and hits a combo in the corner, ending with a springboard bulldog. Mother enters, and they hit the Wicked Wasteland for a 2 that was broken up by Red. Red tosses Mother out of the ring, and Reaper lifts Red, but turns around into a super kick from Pat. Red and Pat hit an Eat Defeat Rock and Rave combo for the 3 count.
Yeah, this was an interesting team up. The crowd was heavily behind Allison Red and Pat Dynamite. Kept hearing C and Red, and I was like, cool.
Oh, that's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know the connection that Pat and Allison have that garnered this tag team match right here, but it was good to see Sam and Mother in action again. An actual tag team doing their thing, especially after last week when we saw them team up and take on Face and a couple other people. But yeah, no, this was a solid match. It's been a long time since we've seen Sam face Pat Dynamite, which Ginger mentioned earlier. They showed that there was Sam had posted the other day that clip of, or the photo from the first match to now. And it's just interesting to see how things have come about. But the one thing that was really, really honorable about this match was, the handshake at the beginning and then, the handshake at the end. There was mutual, as you mentioned, mutual respect between these tag teams. Which I was not initially expecting. I was expecting Wrath to come out and be very, what the heck was that?
You heard that?
I heard a beep.
Wow. We'll put a pause on this because there is more that happens after the conclusion of this match.
Actually, if you want, it's not long. I can just read the rest.
Well, I would like to show that footage, but real quick. It looks like we have a member of Hybrid sitting backstage. So let's bring him on. The cinematic genius himself, Jay George.
Oh, damn.
Welcome back to the show.
That's right, babies. It's the man of the hour, the man with the power. I'm too sweet to be sour.
I like that. That was very well versed.
That's right, baby. Hey, listen, I agree with BJ. I'll sit back in the green room and I'll let you guys wrap up this match. And then what I want you to do is right before the match ends, you bring me back on. And
that's where we are.
I'll set up the clip for you.
The match
wrap up the match.
The match
you guys
ended.
were close.
We just ended it.
Yeah. We're just.
I didn't see the finish.
On the visual.
Well, we spoke it. We spoke about the finish.
Oh,
but,
you didn't need to see it then. If you were there, you know where the stream is, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so if you would like to set us up here for what happens next.
Well, how How do I sound, first of all? Do I sound all right?
Yeah.
Sound great.
Where you're sitting at right here, you sound very echo, like spacious. But when you leaned over, you sounded a little bit more tighter in the sound.
I got to get like that, right? Got to get
Yeah.
closer.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. How's that? Is that better?
It's better, yeah.
This television has a poison on its breath. This counterculture of both wicked lives and death. It makes my eyes bleed every time I turn around. How will they all feel when I bring them to the ground? And I said, sing it with me, boys. Bam, bam. I walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Come on.
I don't know the song. I don't know what you're singing.
He's singing Batista's theme song.
Yeah, come on, former heavyweight champion.
Oh, sorry. It's been a long time.
Yeah, well, he retired.
Sam Reaper in the chat saying you have a little bit of a stutter there.
That was Sam Reaper when he stepped up to me. You guys saw that pre-tape?
Yeah, we watched that.
He stepped up to me.
Fact.
Yeah.
What happened afterwards? Boom. Well, okay, hold on. I was thinking about last week. I was going to say, boom, put him down on the ground, right? But unfortunately, you know what they say, what goes around comes around. And I got my comeuppance a little bit last Friday.
Yeah,
I
could
put
up
that
the footage
lightly,
here.
my guy. Like, oh, ouch.
Sam Reaper, that boy got me with the kendo stick. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody did.
And like that was to the head.
Yeah. Like let's run it through so we can watch the rest of the show. Here comes Hybrid Wrestling. Pow! 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 Look at that. Punches to the back of the head of Pat Dynamite. Rabbit punches. Got him in the front guillotine right there. There goes the security guards taking out Mother Endless. She doesn't stop. She does not stop. There's Mike Jr. getting at her. Me and Pat Dynamite trading blows there. I got him down, though. I got him right where I want him. Look at Alex, the killer, right there, taking out Sam Reaper. Down on the ground, Sam Reaper with the baseball bat. Whose baseball bat is that, by the way, huh?
Tommy Grayson's baseball bat.
Why?
That's disgraceful.
Why was there a Slim Jim in the ring?
I don't know.
But he snapped into it. And wait, look at Pat Dynamite. He's still fighting. He's still got fight left. And look at me. I want to hit him. I got him one time. And look at that. Yeah, look at that. Rain down blows. I don't even need to hit him. This is just insult to injury. And here comes, I don't even know who these two, who the hell are these two?
The Allen brothers, apparently.
The Allen brothers. Oh, that's
From
funny.
Flex Wrestling.
Allen, Colt Allen representing, are they both from Flex Wrestling or just Colt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Look at that. Alex Rivera said, look at that Savate kick right to the side of the head. That boy's down. And look at that. I'm on top of Reaper. Oh, look at Controlled Chaos. They couldn't get enough of us. We have history. That's what they came out. They have history. I guarantee you. Look at that. I'm trying to swing at him. That Papa Juice is moving too fast, but look at that. I got him with the baseball bat. Look at Kid Chaos. That kid, brother, that kid is stupid, but he's got heart. And he got the choke slam.
Ouch.
He got the choke slam. Look at that, Zay. I had to punch him if I wasn't already in enough hot water. I'm trying to tell Zay, get out of here, because I kind of like Zay. Zay's a good kid. There's that Mike Donovan character. No, Don Freeze. They're both getting at it. Don Freeze getting his freeze on. He's getting his freeze on. He froze Alex with that kick, though, boy. I tell you what.
So who are these security guards that you guys
Security
got?
for hire. Listen, we were down a couple members this week. We didn't have the whole crew, so I made a call to my boys out in New York, and I said I needed some detail for the weekend because I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. And it's a good thing I had them boys out there because look at that. Boom! That would have been me. That would have been me taking all that. I've taken enough shots from Big Billy Gold. I don't need to be taking any more. That's why we got the security guards. They didn't do a good job.
I was going to say, he clotheslined them into a DDT. Like, that was insane.
I really feel like they did a poor job overall throughout the night because they let Don Montoya just walk past him and get in the ring.
No, we're not allowed to touch Dom, dude. Come on, man.
What about John?
Look at Stife. What? Out of nowhere. Stife getting his moment, his major moment. Look at that. Apparently, Stife was on Team Hybrid. I wasn't aware about this, and then he wasn't. I don't know what the hell's going on.
What?
I don't know, but look at me. This is how all right. Look at Mike Hamilton taking out Zay. You know how Mike hates those kids in the business, bro. If you're under 18 and Mike Hamilton's around, that boy's gonna get you out of the ring. But look at this. How fair is this, bro? 4-on-1. 4-on-1 situation. And now it's a 5-on-1. Here comes Amadeus. Why was that? Jim, why are you cutting over there, brother? Come on. Look at this. Look at this. Amadeus, look at that, getting a shot at me. Sam Reaper, and what's Mother Endless doing out there? Mother Endless has no business being out there. 3 kendo sticks to 1. Someone ought to get her out of there. She should not have been there. The other 4 I could understand. Mother Endless, look at her, she's getting in the ring. The hell? Big Billy Gold. Pat Dynamite right to the solar plexus. God, that one hurt. I'm telling him, please no more. And then
that one. How painful was that kendo stick over the head?
It stung, baby. Not as much as this one, though, right here.
Oh.
Not as much as this one. Oh, look at that. That was just a shot right to the temple. Here comes Pat with the fucking gonorrhea. Boom. That's what he used to call it. Lightning spiral, if you want to keep it PG. Here comes the big moment. Amadeus.
All froze.
Oh, well. Hopefully that got censored. And then this right here, have you guys seen Ready to Rumble?
Oh, yeah.
They were going for, I guess, a 2-post massacre.
Oh.
Those are 2 big boys coming at me for the splash. And now we got Hybrid got me out of there.
Looks like your security guards finally paid off.
I can't look at that guy holding it.
Well, it was all Alex and Jr. Alex and Jr. pulled him out, man.
But the security guard was also there, one of them.
They were there, but they weren't pulling him out.
Yeah, they were. The one guy was pulling him out of the ring alongside him.
It was Alex and
What
Mike.
a moment. What a moment, though. Dom Montoya's in there celebrating. Pat Diamond says this is SPO Wrestling PWU. I'm smiling thinking about it. I'm on the other side of it. They should be thanking me.
But like that really has to add a little bit of a bruise to the ego, I'm sure, after getting
it hurts so much
like that.
It hurts so much, man. That's why I'm smiling through it. That's why I'm trying. I have a big old smile on my face.
Why are you smiling? What makes you so happy? Like what is the mischief behind that gaze?
I'm really disappointed. I'm really disappointed and upset, but I'm so overwhelmed with emotion that I just have no choice but to smile about it. It was a great moment, and I got to tell you what, it was a great moment. I live near I live in between 2 airports. It was a great moment, and it would not have happened had I not set that in motion. All right, had I not gone out there and tried to attack everyone. And had I not did what I did the week prior, where I laid out all of the good guys there at SPO Wrestling last week, and then what happened? Did I get a thank you from anybody for that? Thank you for the house. Did I get any of that? No. You know what I got? I got suspended.
Which, speaking of that, you've been asking for Johnny to return for a while now. You've mentioned his name several times, and he finally returned and spoke his mind.
He did, brother. He said, PWU is my life's work. Well, if that's your life's work, brother, well, I'm sorry. I apologize to you, Johnny, if this is your life's work, because your life's work is about to come crumbling down at the hands of pro wrestling's premier cinematic genius. Legitimately crashing down. I'm going to take that building from you, and then a banner is going to read Hybrid Wrestling. That's what's going to happen. And I know the reason we have enough. You're wearing the banner, Ginger. You got to tread lightly, because I'll beat you too, boy. I'll beat you down if I have to. But I kind of like you. I got too soft of a heart. Here's the situation. The reason we're able to get in there and we have as much leeway as we do, Johnny explained it all. Mike Hamilton, the owner of Hybrid Wrestling, was Johnny's first student. So those boys have history. There's like a family thing going on there, and sometimes families fight, but I ain't family with none of these motherfuckers, so I don't care about none of that, bro. I want it all. I have 12 years of aggression here that I'm letting out because I've been disenfranchised for far too long, and I've been like I've come on here and I've said it. I've had a lot of opportunities gone down the wayside because of my attitude, because of my mouth, because of my mentality at times wasn't always the best. And, I've learned a lot during that time. But now that I'm in a position where I can't get fired, where I can't get blackballed from SPO wrestling, from hybrid wrestling, from PW, because I'm a part of hybrid, now I can finally be me, because now I don't have to walk on eggshells. I can do as I please, as I want. And all I want, my boys, all I want is to make this company a better place. That's all I've wanted from the start. You know what I mean? Get rid of some of the trash. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. That's what we're doing. That's what I'm aiming for here. And now I can't even I'm getting close to being blackballed here, because I can't even wrestle now on Fridays unless
you can
unless
you take on, which we still have not gotten a clear answer on on where he's affiliating, unless you take on Robbie Illuminati.
Which, bringing that up real quick before we get there, Johnny said something very interesting when he was speaking to you, and that was how you did Robbie dirty in Vegas.
I don't know what the hell he was talking about. Johnny wasn't even in Vegas. What did I do? What did I do to Robbie in Vegas? That was so bad.
That's what we were sitting here trying to figure out at the top of the show.
What did I do?
Wasn't there a moment where you evaded an attack and then Robbie got hit with it instead? I can't remember. It feels like Midnight Express was so long ago. There's just been so much going on. It's hard for me to remember every moment of that match. But I could have sworn maybe a moment like that happened
3 months ago.
Yeah,
I don't know what's been going on with Robbie, but Ginger,
Yep, I got you.
Put me up on the big screen, because this I got to talk to Rob Marino. I don't want this on here. Just exposing the green screen. Because I got. Hey, we're live, pal.
Oh yeah, always.
Because I got something I gotta say to Rob. To Rob Marino, Rob Illuminati. First of all, being accused of doing him dirty in Vegas, that never happened. What did happen was I got done dirty a couple months ago when I had to defend the tag titles, and I had no other choice but to defend them without my tag partner, because my tag partner wasn't there. Where has Rob been? I've been saying for weeks, where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? Where's Johnny? I got Johnny. And I've been saying, where's Robbie? Where's Robbie? I can't even get an answer from someone who goes around saying, I'm his brother. I'm like a brother to him. And then when all of this stuff was going down between Hybrid and PW, Robbie, all right, he was in the back begging me, I don't want to break up this tag team. I don't want to break us up. We're doing such a good run, and we could take it to this place, because Robbie knows, right, that I'm the only one, right, that's coming through Blackout in the past 15 years that could give him any bit of relevancy left in the time that he has in his career. Now he's wondering, where am I? Or what did I do to Robbie? Or which way am I going? And I've been asking Robbie that question. Robbie, where are you going? What's your decision? And have I gotten an answer? No. That's doing me dirty. Not having the respect to give me a proper answer, not having the respect to come look at me face to face and say what you have to say. Instead, he's running around with some kid that he's calling his little brother when everybody knows that's your son. All right? And you just, what do you call him, your little brother? So you act like you're not 40 years old, Robbie? Is that it? Huh? Let's face it. I know you're taking care of family things. You're taking care of your boy. But your boy, just like you, Rob, is nothing but a bastard, right? And if that's what it takes, if that's what I have to do is come after your family and call your precious son a bastard child just like you, if that's what it takes for you to come out of hiding and come face me face to face, and then you and we could have our match, settle the score, I go back to doing what I do best, and that's running through everybody at PW, running through everybody at SPO Wrestling, taking over. Because I got championship plans, right? Let me say that again. I got championship. What do I have? Championship
Goals.
Aspirations.
Thank you. I have championship aspirations in mind here. And it wasn't going to be the tag titles because all those tag titles did after Las Vegas, right? After Las Vegas was hold me back. It held me back, all right? Because I was stuck facing the same people over and over again. And then we're losing the tag titles to one team and then we're losing the tag titles to another. What good did that do me? None, all right? Rob, I got championship aspirations now. If you want to be in my corner and be my manager, I'd be more than happy. I'll put the blackout shirt on once again. Let's do it, brother. But you and I got to go face-to-face first before we can take care of any of that. And I promise you this, just because you want to pretend that we're brothers, right? Because all you are to me as of this moment is an acquaintance. So when we step into the ring, all right, I'm not going to be looking at a friend. I'm not even going to be looking at another competitor. I'm going to be looking at a target, an enemy, someone that needs to be conquered. And that's what I intend to do. But it can't happen unless I get Robbie to come down to Mount Holly. And I won't be there this week because I'm scared of what's going to happen to me because I'm by myself. All right? I can only do so much as one man. And I already got my comeuppance, so I'm taking this week off. I won't be there this week. But I'm going to cut this video up so it sounds a little bit coherent and we can play it on the show this Friday. And hopefully Rob sees it.
None of us are going to be there this Friday. They heat waved us out.
Oh, the show's canceled?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's a holiday weekend. You don't want to run.
Yeah. But also, there will be, I guess I'll announce this now. Myself and BJ are doing a special look at everything that's happened between Hybrid, SPO, and PWU. So if you do have a video package that would like to be played, please feel free to send it in. And Robbie, if you see this or anybody from SPO and PWU, because we always open the door for you guys to come on and respond to things that have been said, and nobody's taken that invitation. Hybrid, on the other hand, has come on, told us their plans of what they're going to want to do. Jay George talking about championship aspirations in his future, and they want to make this all for the better. We still have yet, outside of an Instagram promo from SPO champion Tommy Grayson, have not really heard much from them.
Yeah, what? They weren't even there this Friday. Where were they? They
right?
Were
that was like, I was surprised.
They were down the street wrestling for the least talented Samoan of the family.
In all fairness,
oh my God,
they were kidnapped.
Oh, you got to respect the Samoans.
Jeez.
Bring them to PW. Bring them to SPO if they're so special. The only thing we gotten out of that camp is Sam Adams, and that boy's Puerto Rican. He ain't Samoan.
Well, we also have JJ Smith, right? He's wrestled for Battlefield.
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, listen, I do have an announcement to make because regardless of what happens with me and Rob, I know I might be suspended from PW and all that. However, if I don't face Rob, I do intend to face Rob hopefully in the next couple of weeks. But July 31st, we got a special show for you guys. Without question, we're going to be one of the biggest shows at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. I see the smile on your face. I see the I just realized you both are wearing hybrid shirts. And I came after you, Ginger. My God, I'm so sorry. I should have been applauding you. For some reason in my head, I read it as a PWU shirt. That's my bad, man. Thank you for wearing the shirt.
It's all right. I'm the only spower here, so.
Fair enough. Hey, Friday, July 31st, Hybrid rules, all right? Hybrid is putting on a show at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, the likes of which you've never seen before. And I told Tommy, I told that boy he wants to call people out, but it's not on his dime. It's on ours. And that's July 31st. He's going to be taking on the Wrench, Connor Claxton. How about that? That's one.
Oh, damn. There we go.
Will that match also be for the SPO championship if he is still in possession of it a month from now?
I guess. Let me tell you something about Connor. That guy fucking hates wrestling, bro. Let me tell you.
Really?
For as great of a professional wrestler as he is, that boy don't care nothing. So I don't think he'll even care about having that title. You know what I'm saying? Because Connor's old school, bro. He's just there to fight.
Well,
That's
I've seen
what I
videos
like.
of him when they were down in Atlantic City, and he went through like 14 panes of glass and like barbed wire through like. I was just like, oh my god! Like I just saw that guy wrestle the night before.
Yeah, bro, that guy's the real deal, bro. That's why he's on Team Hybrid. And we got Mia Friday, the Hybrid Women's Champion, taking on someone I personally handpicked for her. I think it's confirmed. I can announce her. Amity LeVay. If you thought Mother Endless is spooky and scary and all of that, Amity LeVay is legitimately nuts.
Really?
She just wrestled her last match in a hospital gown because she was being held up in a psychiatric ward. This girl's insane, brother. Insane. Now, let me tell you something, too. She is a looker. If like creepy, dead, half dead, psycho chicks is your thing.
So BJ, that's up your alley.
Almost exclusively, yes.
Well, I will say this, she does bite and not in a way that you would like. Just be careful. Be careful. And I have a match in place in mind. I can't announce it until it's confirmed, but I promise you this: it's going to be when we get there, when it's announced. It's one of the biggest matches of my career, and I mentioned something about championship aspirations. So I'll leave that to your imagination of what that could be. But we got big things in plan. That's July 31st. We got more matches to announce as the weeks unfold. I'm going to take a quick look at the card to see what other possible matches we got. But what I want to know from you guys is, we got other hybrid members. We got Alex. We got Face. Who do you want to see them wrestle?
Ooh. That's a good question because I mean, from the feral Face, we've just seen him run through everyone that's been put in front of him the last couple months. I mean,
whether it's trainees or deathmatch legends.
I think I have one, not for feral Face, but who else was it that you mentioned? Brain farting.
Rivera.
For Alex, you know what? Alex versus Tarzan for that world traveling Skywalker championship, and he brings that to hybrid.
Wait, did Tarzan lose that to Twitch?
No, Twitch won the Skywalker title, and then Declan got it back. There's the world traveling Skywalker championship, and then the silver Skywalker championship.
And what's the one that Joey Janela won?
That's the Trent Acid Legacy Championship.
I
mean, you know what? That would be my pick for Face. Title for title. Put the hybrid title on the line, and Joey Janela puts that Trent Acid Legacy Championship on the line.
I mean, like, what's the 90-day clause for titles? Like, you got to wrestle or you lose it. Like, we haven't even seen him defend it since he won it against Rick Blade.
Yeah, January 31st.
I will say you'll be surprised at Face's opponent, but it's going to be very interesting. Hey, I will say, so this is one of my plans, one of my goals I'll let you guys in on. There are so many goddamn titles running around on Fridays, I can't even keep track. Yeah. So what I'm planning on doing is as soon as I get one, I'm going to go for another one, and we're going to unify them because there's just too many. It's too much going on.
Okay.
I want some gold, and I want there to be less gold so that the gold I have is more, valuable.
When was the last time you held a singles championship? Just out of sheer curiosity.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
I mean, you were the PWU tag team champions with Robbie for a good stretch. So I was curious when, your last actual solo.
I had a medallion. Does that count?
I mean, Sam Reaper won the sideshow battle royal and got a medal at the end. The Rumble, yeah. So the creature feature Rumble. So how do you feel about that?
Creator Pro Mayhem Medallion winner. That was one of the last titles I had.
Okay.
I had the King of Creator Pro a few years behind that. And it's been a while. Listen.
So then you're due. You're due for some gold, man.
I am due, but and all this time I blame no one but myself. Just like I said, I've had opportunities and I messed them up. Thank you, Mia Friday. Yes, July 31st. Mia Friday's coming in on a Friday. What better time to have her? And I will say this too. I'm waiting for confirmation on this, but I'm going to say this. Declan Grant, now that he's on Team Hybrid, that means he's getting his own match this Friday. So not this Friday. God, July 31st. He's going to have a match of his own, and I got something good for him. We got something good for him in mind.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, we've seen some of his competition that he's taken on in PW and SPO, but also those of us who are familiar with his H2O run. Like, we know the kind of demons he's battled, so I can only imagine what hybrid's cooking up for him.
I mean, and what a steal it is to not only have Declan Grant on your team, but to have that Silver Skywalker Championship now in control under hybrid.
How long have you guys been scouting Declan? I feel like that's the perfect frame for it.
Long time.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about when we had the Hamiltons on here that it felt like he would be a perfect fit for Team Hybrid.
Absolutely. I thought so. I thought so from the get-go. I thought so. I always thought that about him. I
so
after
after
he was a good kid.
Yeah. So speaking of good kids, it seems like, to be honest, even though you guys have had a lot of beef with Wrath of the Wicked recently, that it seems like Sam Reaper might be gaining a little bit of respect from you, especially after your altercation near the parking lot.
Hi. Yeah, bro, that kid's got a lot of fight in him, and that's someone I'm gunning for too as well. But I can't even get my hands on him because I'm suspended. So,
but could you ever see a Sam Reaper joining Team Hybrid?
I don't think so. I don't think he's got that streak in him. He's too nice of a guy.
Okay.
Yeah, let's be honest here.
You don't think that he can unleash the true beast inside? You think he's too reserved?
He's getting out there, man. I got to tell you, it's. I see something in him, and I've always had my eye on Reaper as someone I think really loves what he does and is passionate about this, and he's looking to get better and he's trying to improve. The problem is he's surrounded himself with a bunch of knuckleheads, So. He'll be where he's at until he grows. He's got to. That's what I'm saying. He's got to get that killer instinct and get out of that.
You say surround himself by knuckleheads, but like Skull and Bones are a dominant tag team. Mother Endless is a brutal villainous, and Amadeus. We've seen.
I'm only going to give credit. I'm only going to give credit to Skull and Bones, and that's it.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to give credit to, because those I know those boys, but obviously I've had my run-ins with Amadeus and Mother Endless, and they make me sick.
Okay. So then you think that those are the weaklings that Sam is affiliating himself with?
Yeah, he's running around mother, father. Oh, come on.
So now 2 times now, though, we've seen the feral face initiate kisses with Mother Endless, and I have made jokes that the feral face is now Sam Reaper's stepfather after 2 times now. But could you see Mother Endless coming to Hybrid?
Maybe with her, you let her and feral face go out on a date and see how that goes, and then maybe they'll be hey, listen, he does call himself the Cougar Hunter, or the Cougar Conqueror, the MILF Hunter. Yeah. If you want me to have Killer Instinct, maybe when you're out of suspension, maybe me and you can have a Hybrid rules match.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Oh, damn.
So
okay, Mr. Reaper.
Tell your uncle Robbie
say, Uncle Robbie, could you please come down to my hallway and wrestle Jay George so him and I could have a fight? Try that, and then we'll wrestle. But you got to get me Robbie first. It's the only way I can get out of this ironclad contract that I signed with Johnny Cashmere, written in blood.
Where has Robbie been?
He's taking care of family, bro. He's taking care of his boy, his son. Not his brother, as he tells people. His son.
Well, I mean, for those of us that were there at Hard Knocks, we heard GQ kind of, calling Robbie to the mat in terms of...
That pissed me off so much, dude. You know why that pissed me off? This is what I'm talking about. This is why this pissed me off, because I called Robbie out the day before, right? I set the table. And does he mention me at that show?
Not once.
Why is he talking to GQ about a paternity test? Who cares? You should have been saying Jay George this, that, and the third. Instead, you were talking about anything else. So that's how much of a priority our friendship is, our tag team is, boy. That you'd rather talk to GQ about some bullshit? Come on. Everybody knows that's your kid. Everybody knows that's your son. Who are we fooling?
I mean, you were in blackout. I said you were in blackout, so you would know.
I would know. I also follow him on Facebook where he posts about his son. Come on, Robbie. Come on. Come get with the program. Come get with JG. Let's talk it out in the ring. Right here. Boom. Old school. That's how I do it.
I was going to ask, is this going to be a clean match, or are you trying to instill some hybrid rules into it?
I guess whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I'm not gonna do that thing. When wrestlers, when two wrestlers fight and they're like friends or whatever, or they have like history, and then they have like the steel chair and they're like, no, I'm gonna hit him. Gee, I don't think I could hit him. No, I'm not doing none of that. If I have a steel chair in my hand, I'm blasting him.
Yeah, I definitely get that energy from you. It doesn't seem like, friends is out the window. You know what I mean?
Right. But Terry Funk and Mick Foley were the best of friends, and they tore each other up in barbed wire, fire, thumbtacks, all of that.
Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
Hi.
Same thing there.
Correct.
I see this not more of and into something. It feels like more of two brothers that have something to hash out. And maybe the only way to hash it out is by them having a match in the ring, figuring out where each other stand. And if Robbie, and I think Robbie in the end will make the smart choice and join Hybrid.
I just got off the phone with Mike Hamilton, and he brought up a good point. Tommy's putting up that SPO title, whether Connor wants it or not. Connor's after the blood, but the title's going to be on the line. And I'm thinking, if Tommy's putting up the SPO title, who's got the PWU title?
Dynamite.
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, Pat Dynamite.
Yeah. Justified doesn't have that no more.
Yeah, the backseats have the tag team titles. That's the gold that he has currently. Or silver in this case.
Okay, well, never mind what I said. Too many titles. Well, I was going to say
exactly.
He could defend his title against our newest member of Hybrid, Declan Grant, but I'd still like to see those two boys hash it out. Hey, Declan has a title to defend.
So listen, we've seen Pat versus Declan. We saw them in the ladder match for the Silver Skywalker Championship.
Hair versus hair.
And the hair versus hair, but he took the title from Pat Dynamite from 300 days. He had 2 more days to go to keep the record or to sustain the record and be the longest holder of it. So yeah. I feel like that's a match that we could run back, and even still, because we saw them on Friday night. Pat went right for Declan as soon as they came out during the hybrid the Rumble.
But you also have somebody like Twitch in the wings waiting.
Oh God, I'm tired of hearing about Twitch. I'm going to come after Twitch and get that title off him so I could fucking stop hearing about him.
He doesn't have a title.
All right.
Yeah, Declan took it back.
Get your titles together.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put them together so it's
you need an Excel sheet.
Yeah. Declan will defend. How about this? If JP's up for it, he'll defend Declan defends his title against JP Grayson. Hybrid rules. July 31st.
I am down for that. That's a match I didn't know I wanted to see until it was just mentioned.
There you go. And that, my friends, is justified.
God damn it.
Wow.
I've gone like 2 or 3 weeks without hearing that, and you just had to say that.
At least it wasn't JP that said it.
At least, and we have a week off.
It was JG that said it. You should
right.
steal
JG,
it from
not
him.
JP.
Steal it from him. So this way it actually is good now.
Yeah.
I thought you were Team Spo, though.
I am, but I told you before, I'm still anti-backseats. I'll never root for them. It's just a matter of ethics.
Hey, listen. It's great talking to you boys. We got a lot of great stuff coming up in the next coming weeks. Hopefully me and Rob have a contract signing or some sort of face-to-face confrontation. We have the match, and then July 31st, hybrid rules, and we're gonna announce more matches along the way. How does that sound?
Sounds great. But thank you for joining us. You have yourself a great 4th of July, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, not this one, but the next one. Later,
Cheers,
boys.
Jay George. Always a pleasure having you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good one, brother. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was Jay George. And there is a lot to unpack there at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ginger, play the sound effect. I'll be right back.
I don't know if I want to. It might backfire on me at this point, but I'm a gluten for punishment.
Good. If you would have left it on any longer, I would add it.
But wow, yeah, there is so much to unpack from that.
Jay George is in rare form.
Yeah. Yo, seriously, there's something about people in this entire Fed as a whole of whatever hybrid, SPO, PWU, where people cut their hair and there's just a change. But Jay George, absolutely on point, with everything he had to say tonight. We have the announcement of July 31st that is going to be a hybrid show.
Well, that was announced Friday.
Well,
the event, they announced it at a
hybrid, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in my script.
Are you sure you just weren't going to give out inside knowledge?
I don't have any.
I clipped it. Actually, no, I didn't. That's right. I did. I made it easy this week.
Oh, no, I didn't write that.
But no,
oh, there it is. Yeah, Hybrid Appreciation Night, July 31st, where Hybrid will book the card. Yep. After they recruited Deck One.
But just wow, at this point, matches announced. Jay George has outright challenged Robbie now.
Yeah, but I can only imagine who they got lined up for face, considering our last opponent was freaking Matt Tremont. Like, who the heck do they have lined up for face next?
Like, what could be a step up from that?
I mean, Janela, and he didn't say no.
I mean, yeah.
But I don't see
is McFoley going to come out of retirement?
I was going to say, I don't see Janela as like a hardcore wrestler, though.
Oh, he is.
No, Janela can go in that environment, yes.
Okay.
But wow, just so much to unpack from that. And also as we announced 15-20 minutes ago, that this Friday myself and BJ will be hosting a show since there is no event on the SPO Wrestling YouTube page, where we'll be playing clips and matches and going over this entire hybrid versus SPO/PWU stuff that's been going on. So we'll recap the history of everything, see and figure out where things could be going from there. But yeah, what a good show this past Friday, though.
It was.
Backtrack real quick. That tag team match, definitely match of the night.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. CXR and Control Chaos.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, like, this is why I will always say, and I stand by it, that Control Chaos is the best tag team in the world.
Also, we had a question from Archives in the chat.
Did we?
Right as all that began. This is the second time I have seen Allison Red on your show. What are your initial thoughts on her so far?
I see potential. I haven't been crazy impressed with her in-ring work. However, I can see where she will inevitably shine.
Yeah, there's definitely work to be done. I see potential there. It's just putting in the work.
Yeah.
And that's all there is to. Also, Sam, I am more than happy to oblige.
We got to drop $10 million.
And everybody, if you're
BJ,
wondering,
you better lock them doors. I'm coming over to claim.
And if you're wondering why he's wanted.
Now, this just in, police officers in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, were asking people to be on the lookout for a man who robbed a store. And I think we do have his description. Can we take that? Let's take his description. Okay.
No, they caught that guy.
No,
it turned out to be Kid Legend. I was like, what?
Yeah.
They're lying, people. Don't listen to them.
I was like, and I thought he was so honest.
Yeah, I know, right? I thought BJ was such a good person.
But even the Green Ranger started off bad, so.
And now we have BJ. But no, just so much that has been said in the past 45 minutes on this show.
Oh, yeah, Jay George definitely dropped a lot of bombshells, but also really like summed up the message that Hybrid's trying to send to PWU. But Friday night we finally saw not the back seats, but we saw the Pro Wrestling Star Academy respond. We saw SPO and PWU unite for one common enemy. We saw Flex come out and defend the school. You know what I mean? Like, there was a clear... We saw, excitement. Don Freeze has wrestled inside this building multiple times for both promotions, so...
And this was the first time where we saw them united, and it just wasn't Wrath of the Wicked standing at the front line.
But to be fair, the week before, we did have like the Italian Tank came out, Devlin Ridley. We can't, but they all got demolished. Face was there that week, so it was a little bit more extra competition.
I'm just saying, to where it's come from the beginning. Who has been the one standing at the front line with nobody backing it up? It's been Wrath of the Wicked. Yeah. They're the ones with the cojones big enough to stand up to hybrid wrestling and a bunch of killers.
But did you see that promo though with or the post match with Wrath of the Wicked? Like, they kind of look like they're torn apart right now because Hamlet and Voodoo or Bones, they weren't there.
They did not come out.
They didn't come out, and then we saw that brief segment where Mother confronted them, and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, we were handling Bones, Skull and Bones things." And
so maybe we asked the wrong question today, or maybe I did about Sam joining, and then you brought up Mother joining. What if it's Skull and Bones turning on Wrath of the Wicked and joining Hybrid?
Jay George did mention that he has a history with them,
and he likes them.
Yeah, there was that one night. I don't think I was there that night. But I saw it on the playback where Jay George was like, Hamlet, Bones, we've been through other promotions before, so there's clearly some history there. So it's a possibility. I would be really surprised to see that.
Yeah. Just so much to unpack. I can't wait for Friday night to be able to go over everything and recap a lot of this history, show some of the matches and stuff like that. There's
you got to take it back to Vegas. Like, that's where it all started.
I don't feel like that's where it started necessarily.
As the Hamiltons told us that they got no credit, they got nothing for putting the Vegas show together.
But that kind of comes after the fact to where for me, yeah, that was the building and the putting together of the bomb. That bomb exploding happened with that Jay George promo after that episode of SPO Live, where he sat up there and just unleashed. And then a week later, they are on commentary talking about the whole thing during the show. Like, we've seen it evolve since then. Like, yes.
Like I said, the Hamiltons told us themselves it all started at Vegas. Because they got no credit for it. They got no love. They got none of that for putting that show and bringing PWU onto there. So, like, that's where it went off. That, like I said,
but
they
nothing
told us.
Happened until
that promo.
George cut that promo after that one.
Yeah, that's where the bomb was built and planted. That fuse for it was lit when Jay George cut that promo before going off the air at commentary.
I get it. But,
but we are all
to talk about the history. You have to include the history.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We're not going to talk about feelings. We're going to talk about what happened. Like, they were butthurt, but nothing happened until Jay George cut that promo.
Like, it finally got to a point where it's like, oh, we're not getting credit for anything now. All right, now we're going to air our grievances publicly, and then we're going to take the opportunity to be able to go speak our minds on the people that talk about this every week. Which is why myself and BJ lean hybrid at the moment. They've been
very good to us.
Yeah, and they've been very forward with us. They've told us what they're going to do, and then they've gone and done it. What have we up until this week? SPO and PWU was a split locker room.
They filled the parking lot every Friday. They brought in names like Matt Tremont. They brought in names like Dr. Redacted, Connor Classic.
Like, how much more has to be said on this to the point that it's like the only response we get was a promo from Pat Dynamite this past Friday and a Tommy Grayson Instagram promo.
We're talking about Johnny Cashmere came out and confronted the whole thing on Friday night.
Yeah, but look at what it took to happen for Johnny to come back and respond to Jay George. What has happened since then? A lot. And all of it has leaned hybrid. This past week was the first time we saw hybrid as more than just Wrath of the Wicked fight back and put them to their backs to the entranceway.
Yeah. We saw finally it got to a breaking point, and it had to have been because last week everyone just got decimated. That must have really hammered home the message of, okay, maybe hybrid isn't just a organization that's got a few people that's coming in to try and send a message to. Maybe we need to take them a little bit more serious. But this week, I definitely felt the Pro Wrestling Star Academy take them serious and really just put them down. I mean, did you see all those kendo stick shots to Jay George? Like, ouch. I've taken 2 kendo stick shots to the back, and to take one to the head, woo, and Sam Reaper wheeling that out. I've had a Sam Reaper kendo shot. It's not pleasant.
I don't really consider it as a win against hybrid because they only really beat up Jay George.
Well, they got Claxton. They had Grant. They had the Hamiltons, both Hamiltons. So, like, the only person that was missing was Face, and Rivera was out there. So,
right,
do you think that hybrid is Face?
So
they were all involved. Yes, obviously. Look at what they've done for the building lately.
So this is a point where I kind of gotta take the middle ground here. PW SPO won the battle on Friday, but hybrid's winning the war currently.
But what makes you say that?
What makes me think that?
Yeah,
And
what
say
makes you
that?
think they're winning the war?
Everything we've seen so far. They've had to go out of their way and destroy people just to get the attention. And what did it take? Beating down everybody last week. And then that brought back Johnny Cashmere. They kidnapped the back seats at Angel Orsini, for God's sake. They've done so much. And it took 2 weeks for Johnny Cashmere to come back and respond to it. He didn't come back a week. It took 2 weeks for him to come back. To be able to respond to this. And then he turned around and suspends Jay George. What about the rest of Hybrid? No, Jay George has been the primary target of everybody so far, whether it was pre-Hybrid with Don Montoya suspending him from in-ring, him and Robbie from in-ring competition, which we went into depth about previously. There's just a lot going on here. And if you ask me at the moment of what I've seen, it's taken 6, 7, 8 weeks. Well, since Vegas, we'll call it since Vegas, of Hybrid just running roughshod through this roster for us to finally get a response from somebody in the ring. They're winning the war at the moment. You're muted.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say I feel like it's still balanced. I don't think anybody's necessarily winning right now. I feel like it's very back and forth. And Hybrid had to come in and make a steady, strong statement because they're on, foreign territory. This isn't their home. They were welcomed in by the PWU, by SPO, but they've had to go in and dominate as like the little organization coming in and making their statement and really growing that way. But I don't feel like they've necessarily conquered the Goliath. I feel like they're still.
I haven't said they conquered it. I said they're currently winning the war. Because let me be honest, somebody walks in my house and starts wrecking shit, I'm wrecking them. Let's call it for what it is. They've been running roughshod since Vegas, since Midnight Express, through this entire roster. And the only people to stand up were Sam Reaper and Mother Endless. They're the only two to stand up. Where is the rest of that locker room? No, they were sitting in that locker room with a yellow streak on their back and their tails tucked between their legs. And that includes the current PWU tag team champions, the back seats.
Well, the back seats definitely need to
their house.
Address this. They need to address this better.
They're letting this happen.
There. Yeah, they're away winning tag team championships while their house is getting torn down.
Before that, the house was still being torn down. And they were there. What were they more worried about?
Yeah.
They were more worried about the likes of Billy Gold and Pat Dynamite.
Who knows? Maybe the back seats are going to join Hybrid.
But just to the point, at the moment, in my opinion, the war is far from over. But currently, Hybrid is winning the war. And it seems like SPO and PWU, hey, those yellow streaks are starting to disappear a little bit. We're seeing after what happened the week before that they ran roughshod NWO style through that building, leaving everybody laid out. A message got sent and they finally responded. And think about what it took. It took that happening. It took the wife of Amadeus getting accidentally punched by Jay George to even light a fire under somebody to get involved in this.
Which she did get her revenge. She did smack Jay George in the face.
Yeah. But just to the point of everything, that these aren't the people who should be fighting this war. It should be the people whose house it is. And the second they were outgunned and outclassed. Because let's also remember who's another member of this team, KTB.
Yeah.
Like, this is a team of killers on the other side.
But I mean, like, is KTB hybrid or is he just hybrid friendly?
Yeah, that seems like it was just a helping hand kind of thing. It didn't seem like he was all in. I mean, it was just one.
Hey,
He seems
hey,
like
man.
more of a mercenary.
But even still,
Perfectly
still,
spoken. Yeah, perfect. A merc. Yeah.
But that's still an ally at this point. You just look at that team. There aren't many answers for somebody like an Alex Rivera. There aren't many answers for somebody like a Connor Claxton. And the last time we saw him lose a match, who was it to? It was to the feral face.
Dude, but now apparently we do have competition for Alex Rivera, whoever this Mike Donovan is. Because I've never seen Alex run out of a ring quicker. Even with Billy Gold, like, man, like Alex, he was like, "What are you doing here? What are you doing here?" Like there was fear in his eyes, and I was like,
there's legit history between them, and that's not often we see something like that.
That's
you
what
are
I'm saying.
absolutely
Like,
correct.
We now have a competitor for him.
But like I said, still the war is far from over. But if I'm going to tip the scale in one direction and not set, because it's not a dead heat at the moment. Hybrid has walked in the house. They pissed on the house plants. They put muddy feet all over the clean floors and carpets. They have essentially trashed that house. And now it's time for the people who are in charge of this house to either step up or, hey, you're going to lose their own house. And it's going to become squatters' rights at this point.
Yeah, major decision upon the back seats. How serious are you taking this? Well, Mike, you make that statement, but like also at the same time, why did Alex run out of that ring so quick to the 410? You know what I mean? Like he boogied. He got out of there. He was like, nope. Why is this guy? Why are you here? Why are you here? And if you don't believe me, I've got the footage. I film every match.
So Sam Reaper had made a comment, but YouTube didn't let it come through. So I added it and showed it in the YouTube. Yeah. And something he said about Wrath of the Wicked, him and Mother being at the front lines. Mother and I have tried to take down Hybrid and busted our ass to fight them. So again, we're talking about these two standing at the front line while the back seats were in the back doing what? Not being able to come defend their own house?
Yeah, they're not doing anything. They're just letting it happen because they're more focused on everywhere else. They're back. Back seats back, right? So now they're focused on tag team gold everywhere. They don't care about the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. They're focused on gold everywhere else. Not the collapse of their home.
I mean, hey, for all we know, in 2 weeks, we could be going to hybrid live shows before July 31st.
Exactly, man.
At this point. So, there's only so much that can be done in this situation. And right now, like I said, hybrid's winning the war just on what has been done so far. Especially if we're keeping score. Everybody, Sam Reaper stood up to face, and he's gained some respect for them. And we obviously see that despite what there is respect there.
Yeah.
That is also a fine point there.
Yeah.
And this is coming from somebody in the trenches at the moment.
Yeah, listen, Sammy's doing his work, and this is why I will stick with SPO until the day I die, man. As I commented earlier, I respect what Hybrid is trying to do, but my allegiance is with SPO and PWU, bottom line, because we've got warriors, we've got soldiers on that front line. Sam Reaper, Billy Gold, Kid Legend, Rick Blade. The list goes on.
All right, hold on. Rick Blade currently injured. No disrespect to Rick Blade whatsoever, because if he was involved in this, we are talking about a slight tide turn because
Even if he's injured, he's still
on.
there. He is still PWU.
Yeah, but he can't go in that ring and go up against like somebody like the Feral Face again. At this point.
At this point, we don't know that though. You know,
like how much I would love to see that rematch, because last time they were in the ring, Feral Face lost the SPO championship to Rick Blade. You know,
yeah.
And then we have people like Robbie, who hasn't been around. Jay George brought that up. Fine point. He was set up to be able to respond, and he's out there talking about paternity tests with GQ.
Oh, I 100% agree. You know, there was a total abandonment of everything from, you know, the hybrid, you know, contentions at that show. And, you know, we're still
I think
left.
there was only one hybrid member on that card.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it.
Freak the Wicked.
Hey. That's what I'm saying, you know, SPO, PWU,
Wrath of the Mighty.
Wrath of the Mighty. Ooh. You know, you all come out dressed up like your favorite emo bands.
And also, let's look at it like this. This is the first time since all this started we've seen hybrid with their backs to a wall. Right? This is the first time we had to see them backpedal. So we don't know, not this week, but next week, what's the reaction going to be? Listen, for all we know, they could decide to turn it up to 20 and just go overkill. Like, all right, y'all sent your B team. Because let's be honest, how many people in that ring are going to be worthy to stand up? Billy and Pat are the two most credible threats that stood in that ring this week that are PWU and SPO regulars. No disrespect to Sam Reaper, but he's been fighting this good fight, and where's it gotten him? Bruised and beaten. Every time.
Well, he's gained a little respect.
He's gained respect in the process, yes, but it hasn't advanced the front line any for SPO or PWU.
No, not at all.
If anything, hybrid gains ground from that at the moment because there is no unity. And maybe Johnny coming out saying what he said is a wake-up call to the rest of that roster, because that's what it felt like at the end of that show, is that this roster is finally waking up. But at the same time, if the flex guys weren't there, do we see the same outcome? Because are the flex guys going to be there every week to help them?
Well, I mean, clearly not, you know. But there is a rotating, dedicated roster that does show up and does throw down for the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, for PWU and SPO. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that we'll see some iteration of allegiance to stop hybrid from total control and total takeover.
It's going to take an arm.
Like I said, right now, open invitation for next week, the week after, whenever, as long as this is going on. Anybody from SPO or PWU that wants to come on this show and give the speech to rally the troops, give us their battle statement. Yeah, come on and do it, because hybrid accepts that invitation every time. Let's
hear the other side of it. Let's hear the other side of it.
Because at this point, as I've said, I still believe it's more one-sided than anything. And at the moment, the war is being won by hybrid. And it's because nobody is calling the troops to action. They're all sitting in the back like, all right, we're all tired of getting beat up every week. You know, all right, so that's your war call to come together. Is you allowed this to happen since April. It took almost 3 full months for you guys to stand up on their own feet and be like, we're done taking this. You know, this should have happened much sooner. The backseat should have been turning around instead of focusing on tag team championships and focusing on getting that SPO championship off of Billboard Billy Gold. They should have been focused on protecting their house, because they had snakes in the grass and didn't even know it because they weren't taking the time to tend to it. Because maybe all this could have been avoided with a simple apology to the Hamiltons and to Jay George. Or the disrespect in the situation of Jay George being forced to defend his tag team championships that him and Robbie had when Robbie wasn't even in the building. You know, that continues the trend of disrespect there. And again, I'm just calling what I've seen. It's not me necessarily leaning one way to the other, even though I do personally lean hybrid at the moment. But, you know, if they're going to protect their house, it's time to do it. Otherwise, there will be no house to protect. And that whole building could become the hybrid academy.
That'd be funny.
And I love this conversation we're having about this, to be perfectly honest, because it's going to be another deeper conversation about it this Friday on the SPO Wrestling YouTube channel with myself and BJ as we recap all of this. That you unfortunately have other plans given 4th of July weekend. You know,
Yeah.
all due respect, you go do your thing. We don't need you ruining our good time sticking up for SPO anyway.
Exactly. You guys need to be biased and stick on your team hybrid the entire time.
But like I said, hybrid's winning the war, and there's no denying that at the moment. Can the tide shift? Certainly can. But what has to happen at the moment? It's almost 3 months, full months of momentum built up that now they have to fight against. And not just that, like I said, the people that have joined us, whether it's KTB as a mercenary, or it's now Connor Claxton, Alex Rivera, and Declan Grant. We've seen what all of them are capable of. And then you put that with the feral face, and then you also have skills managing them. We could be looking at this group holding all the gold from these companies before this is all said and done.
That's an interesting opinion.
Yeah, all 28
Not saying it,
SPO and PWU.
You know, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but we could definitely be going down that road.
That's why I said it's a very interesting opinion.
But for the first time in about a month, we're not even going to have a 3-hour show today, let alone a 4-hour show.
Don't say that.
Dude, what else could we talk about for the next 90 minutes?
Oh, look who just popped into the street.
Look who just popped out of the stream. Hold on.
I'm saying,
hey, welcome back.
Before. Get out of my seat.
Oh.
Like, he wants to keep bringing it up. Like he.
Oh, hi, everybody.
And, yeah.
Hey, welcome to the Danger Ginger Show. My guest, BJ Talks Wrestling, and my other guest, Pete the Wall Peters.
Isn't that what this is already?
We're just over here having fun at this point. BJ's trying to stretch this out for another 90 minutes. Musical cams over here. We like to have fun. This is what it's all about when it comes down to us talking about wrestling. We just love to have fun. Hopefully you guys are laughing, or you're just like, hey, how stupid are these guys? But hey, you're watching, so make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Subscribe here on YouTube and Twitch. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And definitely, I haven't gotten to use this in a while. Scan this QR code. Follow SPO.
That QR code.
Follow SPO Wrestling so you can see us this Friday talking about all the history that has happened since Midnight Express with Hybrid Wrestling, SPO, and PWU. Well, And then just real quick, get some of the promoting stuff out of the way, as there is no SPO show this week. As I said, I have nothing to promote for that. But July 12th at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy, Super Havoc Pro will be having their opening day event, and most of the card now has been announced. So we have LJ Cleary taking on the Flip, who we saw back at what, Sub-Zero, was it?
Yeah, I believe
around
so.
that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Cole Radrick and Dylan McKay taking on the backseats, Tommy Grayson and JP Grayson. We have Mark Angel taking on Low Life Louie. We have the Grimy Bastard, current PWU Silver Skywalker champion, member of Hybrid Wrestling, Declan Grant, taking on Sleepy Ed. This could be a snooze fest, and not because of Declan.
Apparently, Declan's looking very forward to this match because I saw something on his Instagram.
Yeah. We have Little Guido taking on other hybrid member, Connor Claxton.
Another member of the FBI will be gracing this Pro Wrestling Star Academy with his presence.
Yeah. And then in a 2 out of 3 falls match, Drew Gulak taking on Tim Donst. I'm not sure how to say his last name.
So I don't know who he is, but any match Drew Gulak is a part of is going to be sick.
And it's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Gulak!
And then we also making his in-ring return for SHP, Kobe Carino from the NWA, as well as
Steve Carino.
Yeah, as well as Cheeseburger will be coming to opening day.
The absolutely legendary Cheeseburger.
Now, also, if you've been paying attention to our pages on Instagram and Facebook, at least our stories, Sideshow Pro Wrestling has announced their next show, The Weekend Warriors, July 26th, 2 p.m. bell time. Doors open at 1:30 at, of course, the Pro Wrestling Star Academy. $5 tickets as always. And a couple matches have already been announced. The return of the Creature feature, which is always one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
We have Demon Tank, the Italian Tank, and Sam Reaper taking on the Show Dogs, who won the Flag Day Tag Team Extravaganza match at the last Sideshow Pro Show event. Yeah, I butchered that. And
yes.
And we have Boom Harden defending his catchweight championship against BJ's favorite. I'll let you say the name.
I mean, I've only seen Lycan LaRouge the one time, and she didn't really do much in the match, but I was impressed.
Lycan LaRouge. But yeah, a lot of fun stuff. And don't forget, we heard some matches announced for July 31st at the Pro Wrestling Star Academy as well. Mia Friday will be making her debut. Connor Claxton versus Tommy Grayson. Mother Endless for yeah, I'm brain farting on the name. It's been a lot of information came out of that Jay George interview. Also, if you see this man, wherever you may see him,
$10 million. Consider yourself marked.
But yes, gentlemen, great show today.
Indeed.
For BJ over here and the Crumb Brum Trillionaire Pete the Wall Piers, I am the Danger Ginger. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you had as much fun watching as we did doing the show. Be good to each other, and we will see you next time for more BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.
This is Justified. J.P. Grayson. PWU World Champion. And you're watching BJ and DG Talk Wrestling.